Sandra Bullock is a good person. In a small town on the outskirts of Los Angeles, 7-year-old Lily stood on her tiptoes, carefully placing her last few coins on the counter of a small gift shop. Her mother's birthday was just a few days away, and she had been saving up her allowance to buy something special. After searching through the store, she had chosen a delicate silver bracelet with a tiny heart charm. Keanu Reeves, who happened to be in the shop picking out a book, noticed the little girl counting her change. The bracelet was still a few dollars short. Moved by her determination, Keanu quietly stepped forward and covered the remaining amount without Lily noticing. As she left the store, clutching the beautifully wrapped box, the shop owner smiled and whispered to Keanu, "You have such a kind heart." Keanu simply nodded and walked out. Little did Lily know, the shop owner had taken a picture of the heartwarming moment and shared it online. The story quickly went viral, catching the attention of none other than Sandra Bullock. A few days later, as Lily was helping her mother set the table, the house phone rang. Her mother answered, only to cover her mouth in shock moments later. "Lily," she whispered excitedly, "it's Sandra Bullock. She wants to talk to you." Lily took the phone with wide eyes. "Hello?" Sandra's warm voice came through. "Hi, sweetheart. I heard what you did for your mom, and I think that was really special. So, I wanted to send you and your mom some gifts, just a little something to make her birthday even more special." True to her word, the next day, a delivery truck arrived with a box full of surprises. Inside were flowers, chocolates, spa vouchers for her mom, and even a signed letter from Sandra herself. But the biggest surprise, 2 VIP tickets to a Hollywood premiere, where Lily and her mother would get to meet Sandra and Keanu in person. The little girl's act of love had touched the hearts of 2 of Hollywood's biggest stars, proving that kindness always finds its way back. And from that day on, Lily knew one thing for sure. Sandra Bullock was not just a great actress, but a truly wonderful person. A week later, Lily and her mother arrived in Hollywood for the big premiere. Dressed in a beautiful blue dress that Sandra had also sent as a gift, Lily held her mother's hand tightly, her eyes wide with excitement as they stepped onto the red carpet. Flashes from cameras sparkled like stars in the night as reporters and fans cheered. Then, from the crowd, a familiar face appeared, Sandra Bullock herself, waving at them with a warm smile. "Lily," Sandra called, kneeling down as the little girl ran into her arms. "I'm so happy you're here." Lily giggled, still in disbelief that she was meeting a real-life movie star. Sandra held her hands and looked into her bright eyes. "You have such a big heart, sweet girl. What you did for your mom was so beautiful." Lily's mother wiped a tear from her eye. "Thank you, Miss Bullock. You didn't have to do all this." Sandra laughed softly. "Oh, trust me, I wanted to. The world needs more people like Lily." Just then, another familiar voice spoke up. "I agree." Lily turned her head and gasped. Standing there was Keanu Reeves, dressed in his signature all-black suit, smiling warmly at her. "You helped me buy the bracelet," Lily said excitedly, pointing at him. Keanu chuckled and nodded. "I did, but you were the real hero that day." Sandra and Keanu exchanged a knowing glance, both deeply touched by the little girl's kindness. The cameras around them continued flashing, capturing a moment that would soon go viral again. A moment of pure, genuine kindness shared between a little girl and 2 of Hollywood's most beloved stars. That night, Lily and her mother watched the movie premiere, seated next to Sandra and Keanu as special guests. It was a night she would never forget. As they left, Lily whispered to her mother, "I think Sandra and Keanu are the best people ever." Her mother smiled, hugging her tightly. "I think so too, sweetheart." And just like that, a small act of love had turned into an unforgettable adventure, one that proved that kindness, no matter how small, always comes full circle. After the magical night of the premiere, Lily and her mother returned home, their hearts full of happiness and memories they would cherish forever. But little did they know the story wasn't over yet. A week later, as Lily was playing in the front yard, a sleek black car pulled up in front of her house. The door opened, and to her absolute shock, Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves stepped out, both carrying gifts. Lily's jaw dropped. "Mom," she screamed, running inside. "Sandra and Keanu are here." Her mother came rushing out, her hand over her heart in disbelief. "Oh my goodness, what are you 2 doing here?" Sandra laughed. We realized we never got to see where the sweetest girl in the world lives, so we thought we'd drop by for a little visit." Keanu nodded. "And we brought some surprises." Lily jumped up and down with excitement as Sandra handed her a big box wrapped in shiny silver paper. "Go ahead, open it," Sandra encouraged. With wide eyes, Lily tore off the wrapping paper and gasped. It was a brand new pink bicycle, complete with a little basket and a bell that rang like a tiny chime. "This is for me," Lily squealed. "All yours," Sandra said, smiling. Keanu handed her another small box. "And this one's extra special." Lily carefully opened it and found a silver charm bracelet, just like the one she had bought for her mother. But this one had an extra charm, a tiny star. "The star is to remind you that you shine, just like you did when you made your mom's birthday special," Keanu said. Lily's mother was overwhelmed with gratitude. "I don't know how to thank you both. This means the world to us." Keanu smiled. "It's not about thanks. It's about spreading kindness, just like Lily did." They spent the afternoon together, playing in the yard, sharing stories, and even enjoying some homemade cookies that Lily's mom made. Before they left, Sandra knelt down and held Lily's hands. "You're a very special girl, Lily. Never stop being kind." Keanu ruffled Lily's hair. "And if you ever need anything, you have 2 friends in Hollywood who will always be cheering for you." As they drove away, Lily looked at her mother, her heart full of happiness. "Mom," she said, clutching her new bracelet, "I think today was even better than the movie premiere." Her mother hugged her tightly. "That's because kindness makes the best stories, sweetheart." And from that day on, Lily knew that magic didn't just exist in movies. It lived in the hearts of good people like Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. As the days passed, Lily couldn't stop thinking about her incredible experiences with Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. The pink bicycle became her favorite possession, and she never took off the charm bracelet. She felt like the luckiest girl in the world. One afternoon, as she rode her bike through the neighborhood, a little boy named Tommy stood on the sidewalk watching her. He looked at her bike with admiration, but also a hint of sadness. His own bike was old and missing a pedal. Lily stopped next to him. "Hi, Tommy. Do you want to ride my bike for a little while?" Tommy's eyes widened. "Really?" "Of course," Lily said, hopping off and handing him the handlebars. Tommy beamed as he pedaled down the street, laughing with joy. Watching him, Lily felt something warm in her heart, just like when Sandra and Keanu had surprised her. That evening, Lily told her mother about Tommy and how happy he was riding the bike. Her mother smiled knowingly. "You see, sweetheart, kindness spreads. Just like Sandra and Keanu made you happy, you made Tommy happy today." A few days later, something unexpected happened. Another car pulled up in front of their house, but this time it wasn't a sleek black one. It was a delivery truck. A man stepped out, carrying a large package with Lily's name on it. "Delivery for Lily," he announced. Lily and her mother exchanged curious glances before opening the package. Inside was a brand new bicycle, only this one wasn't for Lily. Attached to it was a note that read, "Dear Lily, we heard you love spreading kindness. So here's a little help. This bike isn't for you, it's for someone who needs it. Keep shining. With love, Sandra and Keanu." Lily gasped, "It's for Tommy." Her mother nodded, tears in her eyes. "Looks like Sandra and Keanu know you well." Without wasting a second, Lily ran to Tommy's house, knocking excitedly on the door. When he opened it, she pointed to the brand new bike. "This is for you." Tommy's jaw dropped. "For me? But why?" Lily smiled. "Because kindness is a gift that keeps going." Tommy's parents were overwhelmed with gratitude, and soon the whole neighborhood heard about the incredible surprise. People started calling Lily a little angel, and the story spread once again, this time inspiring even more people to do small acts of kindness. Somewhere in Hollywood, Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves saw the news and smiled at each other. "She's amazing," Sandra said. Keanu nodded. "I think we just helped a future world changer." And indeed they had. Because from that day on, Lily made a promise to herself. She would always find ways to make the world a little kinder, just like the 2 Hollywood stars who believed in her. As the weeks passed, Lily's story continued to spread. More and more people in her town were inspired by her kindness. Neighbors began helping each other more, kids started sharing their toys at the park, and even the local bakery began offering free treats to families in need. It was as if one small act of kindness had started a ripple effect that was changing the entire community. One day, as Lily and her mother were enjoying an afternoon in the park, her mom's phone rang. She answered, and her eyes went wide. "Lily," she whispered, covering the speaker, "it's Sandra Bullock again." Lily's heart raced with excitement. She took the phone and said, "Hi, Miss Sandra." Sandra's warm voice came through the line. "Hi, sweetheart. I heard what you did for Tommy. You're amazing. Keanu and I are so proud of you." Lily giggled. "I just wanted to help like you and Mr. Keanu helped me." "Well," Sandra continued, "Keanu and I were talking, and we think the world needs more people like you. So how would you feel about coming to Los Angeles again? We have a special event, and we'd love for you to be a guest of honor." Lily gasped. "Really? What kind of event?" Sandra chuckled. "A charity gala. We're raising money to help kids who need bikes, books, and other gifts, just like you did for Tommy." Lily's mother teared up as she listened to the conversation. She could barely believe how much love and kindness her little girl had inspired. "Will there be cake?" Lily asked innocently. Sandra laughed. "Lots of cake." "Then I'm in," Lily cheered. A week later, Lily and her mother flew to Los Angeles, where they were greeted with open arms by Sandra, Keanu, and a host of celebrities who had heard about her story. At the event, Sandra took the stage and introduced Lily. "Everyone, this little girl has shown us that kindness doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be real. Because of her, we've been able to donate hundreds of bikes to kids who need them. And that's why tonight, we celebrate her." The crowd erupted in applause as Lily stepped onto the stage, blushing but smiling brightly. Keanu knelt beside her and whispered, "Told you, you're a world changer." Lily took the microphone. "I just want to say, thank you for helping me help others. And also, I really love cake." The audience laughed and cheered as a huge cake was rolled onto the stage, decorated with tiny bicycles and stars. That night, Lily knew something for sure: kindness could change the world. And thanks to Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves, and a little bracelet with a shining star, she would never forget it. And so the story of a little girl's kindness, a Hollywood star's generosity, and an unexpected friendship became something even bigger. Proof that even the smallest good deed could create a world of magic. And it all started with a simple gift for a mother's birthday.